Welcome back, Math Masters. A new scroll has arrived at the dojo gates. Today, you'll begin training to earn the Improper Fraction and Mixed Number badge. Draw or describe a visual model that shows 11/4. Record 11/4 as a mixed number. Explain why the improper fraction and mixed number represent the same value. Use your understanding of wholes and parts to support your explanation. Study well. The path to mastery begins now.
Hey, Math Masters! It's Jenna and Mia again. I have a feeling we'll need our knowledge of fractions greater than 1 to conquer today's challenge. Have your guided notes ready. Training starts now. Most of the fractions we worked with in our last lesson were less than 1 whole, like 1/4, or equal to 1 whole, like 4/4. But fractions can be greater than 1 whole, too. Check out the number of breaking boards we have left, and the number of bamboo poles in the dojo. What do you notice about these numbers? 1 is a whole number and a fraction, and the other is a fraction with a numerator that's greater than the denominator. Fractions that are greater than 1, like these two, fit into one of two categories. They can be a mixed number, like this one, or an improper fraction, like this one. An improper fraction has a numerator that's equal to or greater than the denominator. Even though it's improper, we write it the same way we would any fraction. First, the numerator, then a hyphen, and then the denominator. Showing fractions in word form helps us connect how we read them with what the digits represent. Pause here to record this improper fraction in word form in your guided notes. This is the improper fraction 17/6. When reading mixed numbers, we say the whole number, then the word and, followed by the fraction. That and tells us the number includes both a whole and a part of a whole. Pause here to record this mixed number in word form in your guided notes. This is the mixed number 3 1/10. When working with fractions greater than 1, we can represent them as mixed numbers and improper fractions. Let's represent these exercise mats both ways. We can start by figuring out the denominator. How many parts is each whole broken into? 8 equal parts, so we're working with eighths. Improper fractions count all the parts. Since each mat is made of eighths, and we have more than one exercise mat, our numerator is going to be greater than 8. There are 8 parts here, plus another 8 here, that's 16, 17, 18, 19 parts. That means our numerator is 19, for the improper fraction 19/8. How could we also represent 19/8 as a mixed number? We can count the whole pieces and the fractional parts. We have 2 whole exercise mats and 3/8 of another, or 2 3/8. 19/8, the improper fraction, and 2 3/8, the mixed number, are equivalent. They represent the same value, just in different ways. Take a moment to pause and record the mixed number that's equivalent to 17/6. Then, record the improper fraction that's equivalent to 3 1/10. We have 2 whole breaking boards and 5/6 of another, or 2 5/6. And the bamboo poles each have 10 equal parts, so we're working with tenths. Then we count up all the pieces for the numerator. 10, 20, 30 plus 1 equals 31 tenths. Great work! Oh, a snack? Good thinking. Is the amount of apples in that container more or less than 1 whole? The numerator is greater than the denominator, so it's more than 1 whole. Think about how many parts each whole needs to be broken into and how many total parts we have. Pause to represent this with a visual model, with words, and as a mixed number in your guided notes. We are working with halves, and we have 8 of them, or the improper fraction 8 halves. So, if we make a shape, break it into 2 equal parts, and shade both parts, that's 2 halves. Another shape broken in half, that's 4 halves. Another shape is 6 halves, and one more is 8 halves. How many whole apples do we have? 4. Is there a fractional part? Nope, but we can still represent it as a mixed number. How many extra halves are there? 0. So we can either represent this as the whole number 4 or the mixed number 4 and 0 halves. Remember, mixed numbers include the whole amounts and the fractional parts, and improper fractions count all the fractional parts. So we can actually represent any fraction greater than 1 as a mixed number and an improper fraction. When we switch from one to the other, we're converting them. We're not changing their value, just representing them in a different way. To convert an improper fraction to a mixed number, we can use a visual model like the ones we've been using, or a power-up technique. When converting an improper fraction to a mixed number, divide the numerator by the denominator and represent the remainder as a fraction. We can use our breaking boards as an example. 17 divided by 6 equals 2 with a remainder of 5, or 2 5/6. And 17/6 is equivalent to 2 5/6. Give the power-up technique a try with 22/5. Pause here to convert it to a mixed number in your guided notes. "22 divided by 5 equals 4, with a remainder of 2/5. 22/5 is equivalent to 4 2/5. So, if there's a power-up technique for converting an improper fraction to a mixed number, a second power-up technique! When converting a mixed number to an improper fraction, multiply the denominator by the whole number and add the numerator. Let's test it out with the one we just solved. 5 times 4 equals 20, plus 2 equals 22. But what should the denominator be? Remember, mixed numbers and improper fractions represent the same value. Since our mixed number had a denominator of 5, our improper fraction should too. 4 2/5 is equivalent to 22/5. Pause here to try this power-up technique with 3 4/7 in your guided notes. Seven times 3 equals 21, plus 4 equals 25, which means 3 4/7 is equivalent to 25/7. Your challenge awaits, and I know we have the necessary skills to complete it to earn the improper fraction and mixed number badge. Draw or describe a visual model that shows 11/4. Record 11/4 as a mixed number. Explain why the improper fraction and mixed number represent the same value. Use your understanding of wholes and parts to support your explanation. Pause here to use everything you've learned to complete the challenge. We know we're working with fourths, so if we make a shape, break it into 4 equal pieces, and shade all the parts, that's 4/4. Another shape, that's 8/4. And one more with 3 shaded is 11/4. What mixed number is equivalent to 11/4? 2 3/4. And why can 11/4 and 2 3/4 represent the same value? Mixed numbers show the whole numbers and fractional parts, while improper fractions show all the individual parts. 2 different ways to show the same value. Excellent work! So, what have we learned today? We learned that improper fractions and mixed numbers represent amounts greater than 1. We can represent them with visual models, words, and digits. We know improper fractions show the total number of parts, while mixed numbers show the whole number with a proper fraction. We can also convert improper fractions to mixed numbers using division, and convert mixed numbers to improper fractions using multiplication and addition. Congratulations! You've earned the improper fraction and mixed number badge, but your training isn't over just yet. Be sure to complete the practice questions and extension activities that go with this lesson to practice working with numbers greater than 1. And remember, Math Masters, in math, as in training, progress comes with patience and practice. I'll see you next time!